Hey guys, welcome back to the Crypto Buff channel. Now the topic of this video is going to be about my strategy as to how I'm going to tackle Sundaeswap when it does launch later this year. Now I did make a video earlier this year if you guys want to check it out about my Sundaeswap strategy. However, it did change a bit. So if you guys want to check that video out, the link is in the description below. Now, however, with Sundaeswap, there's been new information that has been coming out that made me change my opinion as to how I'm going to tackle Sundaeswap. Now, before we go into that, let's go into what we know for sure is true about Sundaeswap right now. Now, what we know for sure is that the ISO, initial staking offering, and the DEX platform, decentralized exchange, will be launching at the exact same time. And now, in terms of why they did not launch an ISO before the DEX platform, it's because of regulatory issues they were facing in the United States. So in order to abide by regulations, they had to launch their DEX and their ISO at the exact same time, so they wouldn't be deemed as a security. And because of the regulations, they can't have a pre-sale, so they can't have a set token price to sell at. So they're going to be doing a swap most likely from ADA to Sundaeswap token. We don't know if this is for sure yet, but this is most likely going to be the case that happens. Number two, we know which pools are going to be available for us to participate in with a recent vote that has now concluded. So now we know the top 30 people who's going to be in charge of running the ISO and becoming like a scooper. And SPO stands for stake pool operator, if you guys didn't know that. I'm going to try to focus more on breaking down terms. So if I say a term, I'm going to try my best to explain it. So for those of you guys who are new, you guys will understand it better. But I will be making a video later on that's going to be explaining all the terms that you should know about Cardano and Sundaeswap. So if you guys want to check that out, keep updated. Please hit the subscribe button for to keep updated for my future videos, and like the video for the YouTube algorithm. It does help promote this video so other people can find this video and learn about Sundaeswap. And number three, we know that the launch of Sundaeswap will happen by the end of this year. These are three things that we know for sure will happen based off of what the team has been saying over the last few months. Now, before I jump into my strategy for Sundaeswap, I want to reiterate that this isn't meant to be a Bible to follow to tackle Sundaeswap when it launches. What this video is meant to be is to inspire your own strategy, because your situation is not going to be the same as my situation, and my situation won't be the same as your situation. You have to use this as more as an inspiration to create your own strategy, to create something that matches your risk tolerance. Everyone has a different investment strategy. Some people are just 99% risk and they don't care about any fundamentals. They just want to make money. But other people might want to take a step back and just focus on fundamentals. They don't want that much exposure to risk. So it all depends on your strategy, but use this as the guideline and inspiration to create your own strategy that's unique to you. Now, because of the amount of anticipation, FOMO, and hype that Sundaeswap has been building over the last few months through the community, through word of mouth, through YouTubers like myself who's talking about this project, there's going to be a lot of volatility right in the short term. Now, in terms of my strategy to tackle Sundaeswap, my primary goal is to limit the amount of risk that I'm exposed to. In the short term, when Sundaeswap launches, because of how anticipated, how much FOMO and hype that has been building for Sundaeswap over the last few months, there's going to be a lot of volatility in the short term. Now, it can either be extremely good, it goes up to the moon, or it goes back down, we don't know. But when you compare it to any other projects that are in similar situations where there is a lot of anticipation, what we know for a fact is that there is a lot of volatility in the short term, whether it's going up or whether it's going down and hitting new all-time lows versus all-time highs. The beauty of Sundaeswap and Cardano is that you're able to delegate your ADA to the Sundaeswap team, and as a reward for delegating your rewards you would have been getting from ADA to the Sundaeswap team, you're able to get the Sunday token as a reward. Now, as a marketing initiative, you get a pocket also not just the native token for Sundaeswap, but also your ADA rewards you would have been given to the Sundaeswap team. So originally my plan was to go 80% into the ISO of my ADA, and then 20% will be swapped to the Sundaeswap token right on launch. Now, instead of going 20%, I'm just going to go 5% right on launch, because the reason why is I strongly believe we're going to go into an all-time low in the short term. Now, the reason why I say this is because there is a lot of hype, anticipation, FOMO that is being built on this project right now. Ask yourself, when did that amount of hype and anticipation actually transition into all-time highs forever? Like, when did that happen to a point that went to an all-time high, reconsolidated like 5%, and went to another all-time high right after? It's usually back from an all-time high and then it goes to an all-time low, and then people stop talking about it. That amount of hype and anticipation can't be forever, but I understand the argument of other people are saying is that, okay, maybe because this is going to be one of the first anticipated DEX platforms, it's going to go crazy. You have to ask yourself, Uniswap was one of the most anticipated projects on Ethereum, and it went through the exact same thing. It went through an all-time high and an all-time low in a short term. Now, because of that, I want a dollar cost average into it. That's my plan. My plan is to dollar cost average into the Sunday token as much as possible, and to use the actual DEX platform by staking, by participating in the liquidity pools, the ISO, like those kinds of features for the DEX platform is what I'm going to be using more than just actually buying the token. Because like I said in the very beginning, I think there's going to be volatility, and because of the volatility, I don't like to be exposed to too much risk like that. Now, the beauty of Sundaeswap is the DEX platform. The only way to get Sunday tokens and make money isn't just buying the token. It's by staking, by participating in liquidity pools, ISO. There's these different features that you guys can take advantage if you don't want to take too much risk by just getting into the Sunday token in the very early phase. For some people who thinks this is FUD, fear, uncertainty, or doubt, I would say that just look at my channel. I've been making videos about Sundaeswap for the past few months, and I'm very bullish on the future of it because I believe it is the backbone for the DEX platforms on Cardano. Now, that being said, even if it is going to be one of the biggest platforms on Cardano that's going to help propel and give use case and be one of the key pillars for Cardano to adding that use case, that infrastructure, we have to remember that it's still a market. It's an unregulated market, and there's going to be a lot of manipulation, trying to shake out weak hands, and basically, ultimately, the rich get richer and the poor gets poorer. Now, to reiterate my plan, I'm going to go 95% is going to be participating into the DEX platform, into the ISO, into liquidity pools. My primary goal is to put 95% of that into the DEX platform so it can give me some passive income. Now, the second part, if 5% is going to be dumped on launch date, just so I can be exposed to the actual Sunday token right on the launch date. And then gradually, as the volatility, as the hype starts to die down, which I believe it will in a short term, is that I'm going to start dollar cost averaging out of the DEX platform, out of the liquidity pools, out of the ISO. Well, the ISO is only going to last about a month, 25 days. So that is going to be relatively short term. However, after that finishes, I'm going to start dollar cost averaging more into the actual Sunday token. If it dips, I'm going to buy a lot more. If it goes a little bit higher, I'm still going to buy some because I'm still dollar cost averaging. That's my plan. Whether I'm getting in at a higher price or a lower price, consistency, I like to be exposed to different kind of price levels because I don't believe we can time the top. I don't believe we can time the bottom. It's better to be consistent like that, and that's what I've been doing over the last 4 years. But yeah, guys, that's the end of this video. I hope you guys learned something. Please let me know if I missed anything or you guys want to add on to anything in the comment section below. I do read every single comment. Hit the subscribe and bell notification so you guys don't miss any future content I put out. Join my Discord. The link is in the description below, and also my Telegram. I'm pretty active in those groups. And also, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.